Hello, haven't made a video for a while, so today I decided I'm going to do a quick video on how to make homemade sausage. Let me show you the ingredients. So I'm making loads of sausage today, so some of the sausage I'm going to dry and some I'm going to use for the barbecue. So I've got 1, 2, 3, there's 4 kilos of mince in. I'm making it quite fatty, so normally I'd mix beef and pork, and the pork is the fatty part of it. I'm just using beef today, but I want quite a bit of fat in them. Otherwise, it does dry out on the barbecue. So, a bit more. Here's my little sausage maker that takes up to 1 kilogram of mince. General family size of say 4 to 5 people is about 750 grams. So that's perfectly good. I've got some cider vinegar. I've got this spice I bought online from a South African shop. It's coriander seeds, there's some black pepper in there, there's some saltpeter in there, there's salt in there, really nice. And then we've got these bad boys. This is the actual pork intestine, and that's your sausage casing. None of this synthetic stuff. This is this beautiful stuff. I've got 3 intestines in there, and hopefully that's going to be enough. If not, I'll be making burgers as well. If it's too much, I'll save it over for later. So I'll get cracking. Okay, so get the spice in. I need about 300 grams, give or take. It doesn't have to be perfect. Looks like I need a bigger bowl. So that's 200. There you go, it's about 300. Because it doesn't matter if it's not 100% perfect, but we'll do the trick. And then I need about 200 grams of the vinegar. So that's quite a bit, but the vinegar is going to act as a agent to give it a long life. So it's going to extend the shelf life of it. Then the saltpeter in the product will also extend the life. So together, that when I dry it, although the liquid will dry away, will dehydrate the product, the actual product itself will have a longer life. Okay, so I need that. Now with the sausage, I'm literally just going to pop it all in here, give it a good mix, and then I'm going to let that stand a bit and infuse in flavour. These things there, make sure you keep them, because when you the paper at the bottom, because we're going to use it for a base for the sausage as well, so we don't waste. Otherwise I have to use J-cloth. Now just mix it all together and let it stand for an hour. Yes, I'm just giving this a good mix. You get the vinegar in here, you get the spice in here, and you can just make sure it's all fully mixed in. Get your fist in there. And once I've done that, it's going to stand for an hour, just to infuse in flavour. Let the vinegar start doing protection. Right, so here's my sausage machine. I'm using a medium spout for that. And I'm going to stuff it quite full with the meat. Now this takes 1 kilogram of mince, but generally it usually works out to about 750 grams, as I said earlier, and that then makes a fairly decent portion. And anything left on the floor, the dogs get to eat. They never complain. So you want to stuff it quite full, make sure as much air bubbles as possible is out there. You see it's starting to come through there, so that's good. So we'll just with my grease hands get the handle on. We're going to post it down. Now goes one of these bad boys. Now this is a little bit messy because it has been soaking water, so you do get a bit of water everywhere, but you're going to find the hole. There we go. But actually this is proper pork intestine, so it is quite durable. You just have to get on there. Sometimes what you might have to do is put a little bit of oil on the spout to get on properly. Now you do get dried lamb intestines as well. They're not bad, but they do tend to split a little bit. And the minute it touches the meat, it goes soggy. So we're going to just start feeding it out. I haven't tied a knot yet. So as this meat starts coming out, it's going to start taking the air bubbles out as well. Okay, you can stop there. Okay, so now we make a hole first. Not a hole, a knot. Doesn't matter if you make you have a bit left over there, because you will be trimming it later. You can see it is quite difficult to work. It's quite slimy yet satisfying. Okay, now my lovely assistant Sophia will start rolling it while I feed it. Nice and fast.
Can't. This thing is not stable. This thing keeps moving.
Okay, go. And as it starts coming out, we're going to feed it. Keep going. Okay, so there we got to the end. So we're going to cut that. Attempt to tie that. Now, like I said, because this is the intestine, it takes quite a beating in the body anyway, so it holds the sausage quite well on the barbecue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently maneuver this around and try even it out, and that will be one portion. You just keep working it up and down. See, this side is a little bit thick, so we're just going to, as it cooks, it does spread out a bit as well. But it's very important to get the seasoning nice and even as well. Now this intestine will thick, you can make really thick sausage as well. It will stretch as you need it. You just keep playing with it, get it nice and even. Okay, that's good. It's fairly even now. So I might actually tie another knot there. If you've got a few air holes in there, it potentially will burst on the fire. So I can cut that off. This side as well, just make a slightly newer knot. Just one last move around, and I can start rolling it. And this is how you would buy it in South Africa, in a roll. Look at that. Sometimes you'll see a Cumberland sausage packaged like this. That now has to go in the fridge for minimum 24 hours before I can freeze it or cook it. So here's my sausage I'll put on the barbecue. I made 3 different portions, so there's a very big portion for when we're having people over, and a few small portions. And over here is the thinner sausage, which we're going to dry out, and I'll do a separate video on that. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and stay safe, enjoy your holiday.